Live from Chafee Studios in Kingston, Rhode Island, it's Barrett Tonight. Tonight, the last will and testament of Mr. Christopher Hayden. Musical guest, Ben Walsh, featuring Blake Carpentier and the Straight to YouTube band. I'm an announcer's voice, and now here's your host, Barrett Jordan.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Welcome back. Calm down, guys, it's too much. Thank you. Really? I am, this is great. This totally real enthusiasm that I just feel coming at me right now it's fantastic. How you doing, Blake?
I'm doing pretty good. Strange to be here and not over there.
It is, no, but
yeah.
I like this, because like you're like leading the band from over there, and it's going, I like this.
The band, yeah, they can see me.
They understand. You can do the whole signals from across the thing. It's gonna be good. So
how you been, man? How's
good.
your break?
My break was fantastic. How was yours?
Yeah, it was all right. Same old, same old.
Yeah,
really.
same
You
old,
know
same
how it
old.
goes.
It's all the holidays. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for tuning in. I think we should start. I'm going to start. Let's get going. All right. So recently, you see this Pope Benedict the 16th announced the world, shocked and announced the world last week as he announced that he would give up being leader of the Catholic Church at the end of the month because of his advanced age. So the Pope gave up being the Pope. All I gave up for Lent is chocolate. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the Intensity 2.0 dress designed by Dan Rosengrade. You see this? Dan Rosengrade designed this new dress. It's getting a rise out of the fashion world in more sense than one because this new fiber optic transparent fiber gets transparent when you get aroused. Yeah. You see this? Is your dress disappearing, or are you just happy to see me?
I can tell you one thing, Barrett. That dress will get a rise out of me.
Oh boy, they should make that. I want to get that for my suit. Except, I find all of you really attractive, so that'd be a little bit of an issue. Censorship, you know. Okay, so you see this also? The police in Connecticut. You hear about this?
No, I did not actually.
In Stamford, Connecticut, police arrested a man for biting off and eating his cousin's earlobe. And he swallowed his cousin's earlobe during a fight over loud music this past Monday. I mean, my God, the worst thing my older cousins ever chopped down on is my self-esteem.
Sounds like a pretty solid Mike Tyson impression to me.
Basically. Mike Tyson of Stamford, Connecticut. And you see this too, this new show on AMC coming out this month called Freak Show. It's supposed to be really cool, but it was weird because, I mean, people on campus have been calling this show Freak Show for months now. So, that being said, also, Chubby Checker, you know Chubby Checker? He's a famous musician from the 1960s with this pop hit recording of The Twist. Chubby Checker, he's suing HP for over an app with the same name in which you can check out the size of your chubby. Yeah, you see this? He's suing them for a mind-boggling $500,000. Hey, if I sued for every time someone checked out the size of my chubby, I'd probably be in debt, I think. I mean, legal fees, or lack thereof. Lack thereof.
Sure thing. Whatever you say, Barrett.
Yeah, lack thereof. No one's looking at that. Okay, Matt Damon. You see this? This is actually hysterical. Matt Damon announced yesterday that he is willing to is showing how much he's willing to help out a cause, especially his cause of clean water and water conservation. So he's going on strike by not using the toilet. Not using the toilet. Hey, I'll help out any way you want, Matt. I mean, I've been constipated ever since I saw We Bought a Zoo.
I have been constipated since I saw that as well, but I finally took a shit when I saw Promised Land.
It was fantastic.
I wouldn't go that
I like the guy from The Office, so, you know, the guy with the like, I'm looking at the camera that way. Anyway, I think he's funny. I don't remember his name, but he's funny.
John Krasinski.
John Wazinski. I was going to say Mike Wazowski, but...
Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, they look the same, right?
Yeah. Okay, you see, this is that in Pakistan. Valentine's Day was yesterday, but in Pakistan, some Pakistanis are celebrating Valentine's Day the normal way. They're buying balloons and flowers. But other people are denouncing the holiday as an insult to Islam. You see this? Still others denounce the holiday as an insult to their sister who just can't find the right man yet. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, we got a fantastic show for you all tonight. A very special, our first actual musical guest, Mr. Ben Walsh, is on the program. Really happy he came on. Thank you again. Really, it's a great program tonight, guys, and I hope you all agree with me, and I hope you all agree with that by the end of the night. Here's Blake Carpenter and the Straight to YouTube Band. Right again, back from break. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, welcome back to the program. As always, right now, a very special guest, our wonderful friend. Here's Julio.
So it looks like I won't be able to graduate this spring. Last time I talked about the hyper-capitalistic nature of college bookstores. Now this...
Julio, can I stop you for a second? Actually, last time you talked about cats. I bought my mom a cat. So you can explain that later. But keep going, sorry to interrupt.
So now I want to talk about the super senior. As you may all know, the super senior is a fifth-year student at a university or sometimes high school. But for some reason or another, it is the student's own doing that makes him or her a super senior. But what if I told you that is not always the case? What if I told you colleges conspire to create super seniors? Think about it. For whatever major you choose, there are always a set of specific core classes you must take in order to graduate. But many times you will find many of those classes taken. No matter how early you try to pick classes, they're taken. That is because the university knowingly has many students in the same department with a few classes available. The university is not concerned if you have to do an extra year. For them, that will mean more money. Not only does the university save money on hiring new professors, but it makes even more money with the addition of your fifth-year tuition. They are killing two birds with one stone. I bet you, if I can obtain some statistical students in each major core classes available and rate of super seniors, I bet the data would validate my theory. Some of my opponents might say students become super seniors because they are stupid, Chris. But I'll tell you this, don't just always blame the student, blame the institution that created this dilemma. These higher education institutions are no different from Wall Street. We must unite and protest these greedy institutions so we can have some goddamn change around here. Is that me? Wait.
Julio, thank you. Angry as ever. I'm glad the break hasn't changed you. And we'll be glad to see you back again. Good luck, actually. Okay, so guys, before we go any further, I just want to talk about Chris. You noticed he was missing, and I just want to let you know that last time I saw him a couple weeks ago, and everything looked fine. Saw him over break, he looked fine. I saw him at a Christmas party, and he didn't look so great, but he acted fine, and I thought he was happy, I guess. And I thought he was going to show up at the show this week to write, but he never showed up. Instead, he sent a letter in his place, and here, my friends, is what it says. From the desk of Christopher Hayden. Dear fat ass. At first, of course, I didn't understand he was talking to me. My ass is not fat. And so, just to point this out, I'm really not sure if the letter was for me or... Okay, whatever. All right. So then he goes, I'm out. At this point, I really just didn't understand what he meant. He then said, I'm out, and I know you don't think this is about you, but, I mean, your ass is like the Super Bowl halftime show. He was talking about me. I reiterate, I am out. I guess he's out. He's gone. It might be for the good, and who knows, maybe this will be a wake-up call to you, Mr. Ears Too Small for Head, that I can't be contained as a mere announcer of sorts. We barely can contain him as he is, and my ears are not small. Okay, so it is with a heavy heart that I ascend into the great talk show in the sky. You know, his head was always sort of in the clouds anyway, but ascending the... I'm talking about flying lessons. Okay, of course you are. I think this will be a good plan for me. I need some excitement in my otherwise plain life. He's still got it. I don't know where he is. He's stuck at the... Okay, and for once in your life, please don't take everything as a joke. I spelt plain P-L-A-I-N, not P-L-A-N-E. It's not always a pun, you dyslexic schmuck. Oh. Anyways, miss you a lot. Say hi to Julio for me. Hi, Julio. And love your sidekick abroad, Christopher James Prince Tyrone Hayden I. Well, Chris, old pal, we're looking forward to that, and we hope to see you soon. Okay, so next, actually, guys, in honor of Valentine's Day, originally I wanted a girl to come on the show. But, unfortunately, it looks like this show is going to be just as depressing as my evening last night. But luckily for you, Ben Walsh is here, and hopefully he's going to fill the void, so we'll be right back with him. See you guys in a few. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Tonight we have a very special guest. He's also our musical guest, Mr. Ben Walsh. Ben, thanks for coming on the show again.
Sure thing, Barrett.
So just tell me a little bit about your musical styling. Like, where'd you start to play, and how'd that come about?
Well, sure, yeah. You know, right after college, I wanted to pick up the guitar. So my sister's boyfriend at the time, now my brother-in-law, he gave me one guitar lesson, and it turns out the internet can teach you pretty much anything else you want to know.
Yeah.
So I picked up that, and then another instrument or two along the way. And the real seminal moment was a couple years ago when I got a loop machine for Christmas. I don't know if you're familiar with one, but you'll see one used at my show here shortly. Allows you to play all of your own parts and kind of lay them down so that they play back. So you could be your whole own band, basically, you know, on your own.
That's awesome. Like, really awesome. You guys sound... What are some of your inspirations? Like, what's the style of music that you prefer to play?
Well, you see, the first guy I saw using one of these loop machines was Keller Williams.
Yeah.
He's a guy, you know, proficient at many instruments, you know, and he writes these crazy, funky original tunes, and he gets up there on stage, and you see this wide setup, you know, and you're like, man, where's the rest of the band? Turns out there is no rest of the band, Barrett. It's just one dude. And it sounds awesome, and it looks awesome because you get to see the song built piece by piece. You know, you hear some drums here, you hear some violin here, you hear some keys there, maybe. So he was really my first inspiration. Also, Tune Yards is another kind of contemporary artist you may have heard. She's pretty sweet, too. Does some looping as well. So she also inspired me.
That's awesome. Really, and you sound fantastic. We heard you earlier. I heard you're going to be at URI.
That is true, yeah. I'll be right here on campus at URI this March.
22nd, correct? March 22nd?
Yeah, that's the 22nd. That's a Friday. I'll be playing with another great Providence act. I'm from Providence myself.
Oh, yep.
That's Northern Lands. They're a new band, excuse me. That's great. So you'll definitely want to come check them out. That's in the atrium. That's March 22nd, Friday night. Definitely, you won't want to miss that one. We'll have two more acts as well, who we're still choosing from, but it should be a great night for sure.
Definitely check that out, guys. Providence has great music scene, actually.
Absolutely. Just went to a great one last night, Valentine's Day show.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And you also have an album coming out, correct?
Yes, that is also true.
We have some right here. It's entitled Ben Walsh, written by the artist of the same name. And it comes out in March, April, you said? Yeah.
So this is the debut full length, and I just finished it up, and as you can see, I just received the copies back from the duplicator the other day, so you're the first person, Barrett, outside of my inner circle to be holding one in your own hands.
Ben, it's an honor, really.
Yeah, and so the release show, we're looking at April 6th right now. The location is not exactly certain yet, but that's going to be in Providence on April 6th.
Awesome.
And you're going to have a great opportunity to pick up the album there. It can also be pre-ordered right now on my Bandcamp page. That's benwalshtunes.bandcamp.com. And there you can pre-order that album as well as listen to 4 select tracks, sort of the first singles from it as well.
We'll put a link on the bottom of the page so people can find that as well.
That would be absolutely terrific.
So you play the guitar, the keyboards. What else do you play keyboard before, or is that another thing that you just picked up?
Yeah, I mean, rudimentarily, you know, if you wanted me to put on a piano concert, you know, that's not really going to happen. But with the loop machine, you know, I can play a little key bit, you know, like 4 bars or 8 bars or something, and just kind of lay that down and have, you know, do the other instruments over that. So the only instrument I can really play is the guitar and, of course, the vocals. But, yeah, you know, little drums, little keys here and there. I experimented with the violin this summer, but that sounded a little cat-scratchy most of the time.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up.
So I'm putting that on the back burner for now.
That's very hard to pick up. My uncle thought he could play the violin. Couldn't play the violin. I tried to. Not something you should get into unless you have the knack for it, I believe.
Perhaps.
But again, guys, Ben Walsh comes out in April. And check him out in March 22nd. He will be here on that Friday with some other groups from Providence. Please come. We'll all be there. Hopefully, it'll be really well. It's gonna go fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to. Thanks again for talking with us.
Absolutely.
And you guys stay tuned. In a few minutes, we'll be right back with Ben, and he's gonna perform his own song tonight. We'll see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Walsh. Hey guys, thanks for watching the show. Fantastic. Thanks again for Ben. Let's hear it one more time. Ben Walsh. We'll see you guys again next week, same time, same place, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thanks again for coming out.